What's up, guys? HOTSHOTFRONTIER back at it again with another video, and in this video, guys, we're going to be talking about the top 10 staples that you should have going into next format. Now, I know what you're saying. Wow, only 10? Listen, there are a lot of cards in our game of Yu-Gi-Oh! That deserve love, but I'm trying to narrow it down and see what the top 10 staples would look like. And of course, let's go ahead and start off with the Mold Charming Polaria. This card has been making huge waves in the TCG. Get it? Waves. It's a water monster. No, okay, don't worry about it. Anyway, though, this has been, this card has seen spots in main decks and side decks, of course, sideboards for the top meta decks. Now, this card is slightly expensive at around $52, but the price has really been fluctuating, right? Because since it came out, it was even higher. It went down to around 25, 26 bucks, then got more hype again, slowly went up to 40, and now after banlist, it's really gone to like 52, 55. But it's something that you should consider adding. If not, from the Rage of the Abyss set coming out in October, we are getting the Win Mold Charming card too, so that's something to note. But I did want to at least give it this spot because it is our semi-max C, replacement, and we're not getting max C for a long time, or if not, never. So pretty much just keep that in mind as we go forward. But that is our top 10 spot. Going on to the Bestial Drius Worm, you have the Magnemute, and you have the Serenaire for number 9. So pretty much you guys already know the Bestials are broken in terms of just singling out certain targets in the graveyard for your opponent. They want to activate that, summon it back. Nope, just banish it. Summon out your Bestial Magnemute to go ahead and add you a dragon monster, great for Senpai, of course. And then you have the Drius Worm to go ahead and, once it's sent to grave, send something to grave, which is great. You are able to survive, to your next turn as well. Has a lot of great applications. You can use it for comboing as well. So just so many pluses. And this is more, of course, for the hand trap versions. You could play the Bestial Lubellion as well, but that's more of something if you're trying to splash a Bestial engine inside. But I want to, get your opinions, guys. Let me know down below if I missed any staple cards, or do you think this deserves to be higher or at 10? What do you think? Let me know down below. And let's go on to the number 8. Okay, we're at 8 now. So 8 belonged to Ghost Sister and Spooky Dogwood. Now, a lot of people thought this card was getting banned, but guess what? It didn't even get touched, okay? This card is a great card in the side deck to help you with time. You want to win by time, by at least what, like 10,000 life points? You got to use this card. This card is broken. And personally, you really should have 3 copies of this card in your collection just in case you ever want to use it for one of your decks. And I say one of our decks because, of course, as a Yu-Gi-Oh player, I probably have like 10 plus decks. But anyway, you can go ahead and grab the Secret Rare or even the Ult Art. Really cool, the Lark card. So honestly, something to consider going forward. But for the number 7 spot, of course, 7, we do have Triple Tactic Talent, Triple Tactic Thrust. They're kind of like sharing that 7 spot. So we have TTT and TTT. But anyway, it's great because at least with Thrust, right, we already have 3 copies of it, and we are getting another one in the Megaton. So that's something you can wait to go ahead and pick up your Thrust. But it's so important because we have a lot of broken cards currently in the meta, like the grass looks greener, because it really does. And when you play that essentially with 3 Thrusts, that's 4, which is pretty cool. Anything that you play, in addition to your 3 Thrusts, you're playing a huge variety of cards in your deck. And even combined with Triple Tactic Talent as a card, the text is broken, draw 2, go ahead and take control of something, change of heart, which really messes you up a lot of the time. And then 3, go ahead and spin something back in your opponent's hand while you're looking at their hand too. You can't beat that for a number 7 spot, honestly. But of course, if you guys are liking the content that I'm pushing out on the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and view the other videos that I have on my channel. But going forward, we have 6, number 6. Okay, I think we're saying it right. 5, 4, 3, 2. Yep, 6. Okay. Anyway, we have Forbidden Droplet. So this is great as a board breaker card, right? One of the best board breaker cards we do currently have access to. You can go ahead and activate this card, send cards from your hand or field to the graveyard and negate monster effects on board. And of course, if you send multiple types like monster, spell, trap, your opponent cannot respond to it. And you know that the effect of your opponent not being able to respond to a card is the most broken effect in Yu-Gi-Oh! So it's something that you do want to have 3 copies of. You can just go ahead and grab Ultras, about $4 each. Not bad, honestly. But guys, seriously though, this card is insanely broken. Going first, you can go ahead and set it. Going second, you can go ahead and just break your opponent's board and start your combos. Now going on to 5, we have Droll and Lockbird, not Drollbird. I don't know why Drollbird's there. Get that out of here. But anyway, Droll and Lockbird is so broken. I think a lot of the times in the meta, you want to combine certain hand traps with each other to really shut down your opponent. And you activate Droll and Lockbird on the right deck just by itself. Most of the time, that's all you need. And that's how broken this card is. Now, of course, pre-Rarity Collection 2, all the copies were really, really high up in price. I think, as you guys know, is for a long time. It's been a Droll and Lockbird format for so long. Usually Droll comes, does what it needs to do, and then people just stop playing it. But no, it's just too broken now to not play in some capacity. Go ahead and just grab 3 copies of this card. I highly recommend the Core Such a Secret Rare, but that's just me. But anyway, seriously though, I just want to keep you guys notified on what the top staples for next format will be. Now, going on to number 4, we have Cross Out Designator. I've told you guys so many times to have access to this card, because now post ban list, the Core Such a Secret Rare is rising up in price. It was around 32, 33. And, you know, of course, everything in Rarity Collection 2 was dropping, but still, this card is the highest card in the set by far. It's broken. Have it in your deck, play several hand traps, you're combo free. Nibiru me? No. Ash me? No. Infinite Impermanence me? No. Like, it's not going to happen. It's insanely good to have access to this card. So go ahead and just grab 3 copies for your builds. Now, for number 3, we have Infinite Impermanence. As you guys know, this is a insane staple card to have for any Yu-Gi-Oh deck. Most of the time, people like mainly play this card, right? It's great to have in hand. Your opponent goes first. You can activate it, negate an effect, set it on field. Oh man, the best feeling is activating on field. Then your opponent plays into that Infinite Imperm column. It's great. First of all, I played into it before. And I'm like, oh, I meant to put it here. But anyway, though, seriously, it's really good to have access to this. And I think that, you know, if you are a longtime Yu-Gi-Oh player, you know to have 3 copies of this. But if not, if you're more, you know, recent, definitely go ahead and just grab 3 copies of this card. Just grab the Ultra Rare from the Rarity Collection 1 set. Now, for number 2, we do have Nibiru, the Primal Being. Now that Apple is finally banned, and there are a lot of, you know, cards, problematic cards that really stop Nibiru, this card will blow up if it hasn't already, you know, from last format. It's going to blow up on the next format. Nibiru is crazy. You go, summoned 4 times. Okay, no, I was just asking, you know, not faking Nibiru or anything. I don't know. But it's great. It's really great to have access to this card if you want to play 2 or 3 copies in your build. And I mean, it's still insanely cheap. I don't think this will go, you know, high in price with all of the, of course, copies. But if you want to go high rarity, of course, Such a Secret Rare might go up. And of course, you know, that ulti is the really strong version of it. But of course, now, before we get into the top, you know, 1 card, of course, for the next format, we're going to do some honorable mentions. Just like Watch Mojo, if you guys have ever seen that. Let's talk about some honorable mentions. So we do have the mention Shifter. Of course, as you guys know, a broken card for decks that can play it and just, of course, deny anything from going to the graveyard until your next turn, or I think they're your opponent's end phase. So pretty broken. Of course, as you guys know, if you can, of course, grab access to it with your builds and it's not going to mess up your combo, go ahead and do so. Next up, we do have Evenly Matched. This is a side deck staple card to have in any extra deck. Any side deck, honestly. And it's still insanely cheap, but the Core Such a Secret Rare will definitely go up in price if you wait too long. Next up, we do have Dark Ruler No More. Now, this card is great to have in decks other than, of course, something like Tenpai, because they do want to OTK, but this is a great choice, just like Forbidden Droplet, to say no to all the monster effects on board. And really, the only out was Hot Red Calamity, not Calamity, but it was the Hot Red Dragon. It's the level 9 where you can pretty much target a card on field and negate it. So you'd have to go like activate some trap or spell or something, and then go Chain Link 3 and target this and just negate it. And that's not something you really see. So most of the time you activate this card, it's gonna go through. Now, next up, second to the last card, we do have Lightning Storm. Now, it's only at 2, but still a very good side deck card to have. And if you are playing a going second deck, it's great to have in your main deck as well. You know, destroy monsters or even destroy spell and trap cards, so destroy back row. Finally, we have Cosmic Cyclone, because everyone forgets that cards that, you know, can banish cards on field, right? You want to maybe banish that Saying and Summoning for Tenpai, or just really broken, you know, field spell effects. You want to use Cosmic Cyclone. And I think a lot of the time, of course, we do forget that we need to have some type of removal in our side decks. we're playing so much board breaker cards that we also do want to include cards like this and Harpy's Feather Duster as well. But guys, for the number one spot, number one staple for the format, next format is Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring. You guys already saw this coming. This card is insane. This is typically always in all builds, right? At 2 or 3. It's just such a common card, plus it's just so useful. It's the best hand trap we currently have access to. Go ahead and stop your opponent from special something from the grave, or no, I'm sorry, from the deck. And then of course, if your opponent activates something like the grass looks greener, no. So adding something from the deck to hand is such a common effect in Yu-Gi-Oh! That all decks do it, and you want to have Ash to stop that. Now, of course, you combine Ash with maybe 1 or 2 other hand traps, and that's it. They're probably done if you can correctly hand trap their combo line. And guys, if I missed out on any cards, any staple cards for the next format, which I know I did, let me know down below in the comment section. Let's have a conversation about it. But if you guys like the video, make sure to give it a huge like, comment down below your thoughts on the video. And of course, if you guys are not subscribed to the channel, what are you doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn the notification bell on so you're updated the moment I upload new videos. All right, guys, that's it for me. Hopefully you have a good rest of your day or night, and I will catch you in the next video. Peace.